Hey guys, what's up? Scotch Duck here once again. Right, we're done making silly little collection videos, although I actually have my latest proper collection update already recorded, but I'll leave that off for now because I actually have a topic that I want to discuss. You know, something that isn't just showing games in front of the camera. Something that's worth discussing, in my opinion. And what are we discussing today? I want to talk about Sakura Wars with you guys, okay? Because I feel like, right, I really wanted to get this out before Sega Fest, which is going to be like next weekend, you know, the 30th and 31st of March, because we're supposedly going to be shown the newest game in the series there, and it's still very up in the air as to whether or not we're going to get it over here. You could honestly go either way with that, but I'm kind of hopeful, and I just want to talk about it, you know? Do I need a reason? Especially because it's a fucking Sega franchise. Let's have some discussion, shall we? So, a lot of you are probably like, what the fuck even is Sakura Wars? And you can't be blamed with that. It's so, like, fucking niche over here, and, you know, so, like, big in Japan. It's one of those series, you know, pretty standard stuff. If you ask me, oh, it's big over here, but isn't he here? Oh, it's fucking, yeah, here's the games. Here's the games right here. I got them all, like, looking up all nice, right? I even made a fucking, like, little bit of footage to, like, get a close-up of the covers, right? That's how much I want to sort of show them off, you know? But yeah, 5 games. We got 2 for the Sega Saturn, 2 for the Dreamcast, and 1 for the PS2. And this same version is also on the Wii, which, if you live in Europe, this is actually the only way you can play the game. Now, this one, and this one, Japan exclusive. I can't play them, you know? I don't know Japanese. This one was the only one that was actually released in English, okay? And it wasn't even published by Sega, right? It was actually published by NIS America, and I've read, like, some interviews and stuff. They were very keen to, like, get this series out to, like, America and Europe and stuff, which is really awesome and very commendable as well, because not only is the localization on this excellent, this PS2 game was released in 2010, you know? Pretty fucking late into, you know, well within the lifespan of the PS3, you know, they just released it. Again, they released the Wii version to sort of try and pick up the pace a bit, I suppose. But the game didn't end up doing well. You know, quite famously, apparently. It did very poorly, which is unfortunate. But yeah, what the fuck is Sakura Wars? It's a dating sim, okay? Like, I don't want to mince words. There's more to it than that, but I just want to, like, be blunt right off the bat. It's a fucking dating sim, okay? You play as a dude, and you have usually, like, 5 girls that you want to speak to and, like, get your affinity up, I guess. I think there's another word for it. But one of the benefits to building your affinity with the girls is that you will also partake in real-time strategy battles and in these, like, big mech things. And the more closer you are to your girl, the stronger they're gonna be, and the stronger your, like, co-op attacks will be. All that bollocks. I should point out, actually, before we continue, that yeah, this is the only one I've played, obviously. I kind of alluded to that, didn't I? And I've been playing it a lot this week. I'm a good way through it. I've not beaten it yet, but I kind of wanted to, like, get this video out before Sega Fest happened, okay? Because I don't know how much time I'm going to have to play it next week. But I'm very much enjoying it, you know? I've been off all week. I kind of decided, alright, let's finally fucking play Sakura Wars. And, yeah, it's like, I gotta say, guys, this may sound a bit like, I don't know, but I feel like Sakura Wars has got me thinking a lot, like I've been learning from it, okay? And what I mean by that is, have you ever had an opinion on something, right? And your opinion goes along the lines of, oh, well, this is like this, therefore I think like this, okay? Sakura Wars is kind of like reminded me that, because I make fun, I say like weeb as fuck on this channel, you know, I make like little jabs and shit to games like Valkyria Chronicles 4, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the newer Fire Emblems, you know, these games that are obviously, like, about so much more. They're about war, they're about, like, big stories, gods and shit. But they kind of, like, indulge in all this anime bullshit, be it, like, you know, anime stereotypes, fucking hot spring scene. I don't know, just all this shit that I honestly get very annoyed at whenever I see it. You know, it's a very personal pet peeve. I probably should articulate it more, but I'm just throwing that out there. And Sakura Wars has so much of that, obviously does. It's a dating sim. But it kind of like meshes its tone, its antics, and its like serious storyline in such, and it all round has like such great characters as well, that it just makes me think, it's like, wow, I should be annoyed at this, but I'm not, you know? So I really want to give it some sort of credit for that, you know? And once again, I'll just reiterate, it's only this one. It's hard to tell if this one is even like considered like a disappointment by fans of the series, because obviously most of the fans of the series are going to be Japanese. But yeah, I don't want to. I don't want you to. I don't want it to seem like I'm selling short just how popular these games are. Great example, actually. These two Dreamcast games, you know, Sakura Wars 3 and 4, both were actually released in Japan after the Dreamcast had discontinued. So not only did they release, like, the third game in the series, but it did so well that they opted to release the fourth one. I find that pretty crazy, if I'm honest. But yeah, whether or not we'll ever get like fan translations of past games, or whether or not we'll get like this new game, remains to be seen, but there's a good bit of hope, right? Two like little things have surfaced recently, you know, on top of the fact that Sakura Wars is apparently going to feature very heavily during Sega Fest 2019. One thing that we know is that Sega, from what I can tell, correct me if I'm wrong on this, from what I can tell, for the very first time, they have actually trademarked the Sakura Wars name, okay? It's not called Sakura Wars in Japan. I think it's like Sakura Taisen, something like that? I don't know. But basically, it would have had to have been NIS America that would have published the Sakura Wars name. But now Sega has, like, copyrighted it, or whatever that bollocks. Now, it's not uncommon for a company to, like, keep trademarks on their IPs, you know, because like I remember there was always times where they would like trademark, I don't know, Jet Set Radio just so that they can maintain that name. Okay, it's not a matter of like they're making a new one; they're just maintaining the name. So that may very well be the case. But the other thing is, there was recently a Sega survey where you could like go there and give your opinions on all the franchises that Sega is currently supporting. And in that survey, Sega's bigger franchises sort of got, like, their own page, you know, listing off all the games. You know, Sonic obviously got one, Yakuza obviously got one, Valkyria Chronicles, Puyo Puyo. You know, all these franchises that Sega is clearly, like, pushing right now. But, funnily enough, Sakura Wars got one as well. It listed all 5 of these games and asked, and this was specifically for, like, American audiences. It asked them, what was the first game you played? And it was like, oh yeah, did you play these first 4? I'm sure most people said the 5th one. But yeah, Sakura Wars had its own page on that survey, which was like really weird. So there's enough to like get sort of hopeful about, I suppose, you know? Again, all will be answered next weekend at Sega Fest. But I'm feeling surprisingly confident, and again, you know, I really am digging the 5th game. I definitely want to like finish it. So, yeah, more Sakura Wars, that would be like, I'd be happy with that. And again, we still don't know, are we going to get the new one? Are they going to retranslate some of these old ones? I think like re-releasing this one, because you already have the English translation, but that translation was done by NIS America, will there be some sort of issue with that? I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what the future of this series is going to be, you know? And like I said, I really just wanted to talk about it. Because, yeah, I really am enjoying that 5th game. I feel like I want to talk about that game specifically in more detail. But I think I've said pretty much everything else that I want to, so fuck it. Let's just wait and see, shall we? So, yeah. That's that, guys. Nothing else to say. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.